What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Ryan and I'm Kyle. And a little disclaimer before we get into it, it might be a little graphic because we are feeding the giants whole prey. Let's check it out, guys. So before we get into it, obviously we're feeding whole prey today. A lot of the public crocodilian facilities do not feed whole prey publicly just because of the public's, I guess, perception of it. Because when they see a rat or a rabbit, it's a lot different than just seeing a piece of chicken that you pick up from the grocery store. And obviously people are accustomed to seeing just the raw chicken. But guys, I truly believe whole prey is vital to have healthy, super healthy crocodilians. I think it's vital to have the healthiest crocodilian possible to feed whole prey. Now, I'm not saying you have to solely feed whole prey. Obviously we feed hormone and antibiotic free chicken here, as well as croc chow, but I believe the staple should be whole prey. Now, there are just so many nutrients to it. You know, you get the brain, you get the organs, the tissue of everything. I mean, the skin, I mean, the fur. But even though they don't, believe it or not, actually, guys, they can pretty much digest every single thing, even bone, but they actually cannot digest the fur. So the fur is actually useless to them. But still, there's just so many nutrients, so many different nutrients, minerals, that they get from the whole prey that it's hard to replicate even with Missouri or chicken. But there is still a benefit to feeding chicken and Missouri as well. Again, just to give them a very varied diet, essentially.
And basically you got some rats there in your hand, and then
yes.
How big are those rabbits on the ground?
So this rabbit is gonna be for the big salty. Now, this rabbit's probably, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 pounds at least. So this is a colossal, supposedly, as they call it. But I get everything already pre-killed, humanely euthanized, just delivered to the door. I keep them in the freezer until it's ready to feed. Believe it or not, I had rabbits when I was a kid as pets, so I couldn't imagine killing the rabbit. I could never imagine throwing it in alive. But I think this is the most humane way to do it, and it's still ensuring the crocodilians are as healthy as possible. And that's the biggest thing to me, is obviously with all these animals, I want to make sure every single animal is as healthy as possible. And I think whole prey is vital for that. So enough of me blabbering, let's get to it. I'm not the best at remembering where keys are, so we're locked up. So we'll have to climb the fence, but let's see if he'll actually stand up. Hopefully the female behaves, and we can get this guy to kind of show off a little bit. Stand up. Hey. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh,
Jeez.
easy. Come on, bud. Come on. Well, I guess he doesn't want to stand up. So we will have to do the next best thing and just throw it to him. Ready?
Yeah.
He might little jerk. Snapped at him and then took off. Take that giant rabbit back. So most likely, guys, he's gonna split that because he is rather picky as to the size of the prey he swallows. So most likely what he's gonna do is he's gonna take it, position his mouth. So the vast majority, well, it kind of already is, but the vast majority of the rabbit is outside the jaw, onto the side, and then he'll snap it down and hit the water and break it apart.
So what's going on with your crocodile, Kyle? He's getting a little shy?
He's rather shy. So that's the thing with, I always say with salties, is they're either super explosive or very shy. And he was explosive and now he's shy. So he's just gonna hang out with the rabbit until we kind of back off a little bit. And then once he starts the process, we can come back and check out how he splits it. But it's kind of in that transitional phase. It's, you know, they're great about holding the prey, but it's a whole different ball game when they swallow it. From what I've seen is like they will hold on to it until they feel really calm, and then they'll swallow it down. So right now, he's not completely calm. So he's still obviously calm. He's still in the water. He's still comfortable. He's still holding on to the prey.
I'm sure he's excited about it, but he just wants us to give him a little bit of space, which we'll do. And then once he starts the process of breaking the rabbit apart, we'll come back and film it. So now we're giving him some space, and it's a perfect time to feed the female because the male likes to overpower and steal all the food. So while he's preoccupied, we can give the female some of the rats. Here you go, girl. Come on. Now find them. There you go. Well, she's definitely enjoying that rat there. Hopefully she'll come back and get the third one. She's already eaten 2. Again, I mean, they're great at finding food in this grass, so I have no doubt she'll come back up and find that third one. Sometimes I like to help them, just kind of coax them up and kind of get them excited for food, so then they kind of know the searching process is on until he figures his out. Now, she's crazy. I mean, she's maybe 9 foot, 9.5 feet. He's 15 foot, but she will give him a run for his money. She will go over there and grab that rabbit out of his mouth, and it's a crazy tug of war. But it actually works for him sometimes because he wants to split the rabbit anyway. So a lot of times if she sees him playing around with food, she'll come over there and see if she can take a bite or two. But he is great with her. I mean, he could easily kill her if he wanted to, but they are a great pair together. And hopefully he will be eating soon. I mean, he's been playing with his food for the last 10 minutes. Now, like I said, I've noticed with saltwater crocodiles it's funny because they eat large prey, but man, I mean, compared to the Cuban crocodiles or even the alligators, I mean, the Cuban crocodiles and alligators swallow down huge prey items. But the saltwater crocodiles love to split it apart. Every single one that I have here, if it's a little bit too big, they're finicky about it, man. They'll just split it across, and then they'll slowly eat it. They still eat the same amount, but it's all about, you know, how much they eat in one swallow.
Awesome. How about we go see if anything else is hungry?
Fine.
We got a few more crocodiles to feed.
Fine. Well, and again, we're gonna go feed another saltwater crocodile, so let's see if he decides to split his as well. But as you see with Chubs, he'll swallow this down without even thinking about it. All right, so let's feed another saltwater crocodile. And it is starting to get to be summertime again, even though it is only March. It is getting very hot in South Florida. I mean, it's gonna be, I think, 92 tomorrow. So that means their digestion is gonna be faster and faster. As you see, a lot of times I have to call him over, but this time he is ready for the food. So a lot of times, as you can see, he came right over. So when I usually slap the water, it's more of a defensive, like, hey, get out of my pond. Whereas this, he hears other ones eating, so he knows, okay, it is feeding time. So that is exactly what it is. But that's the thing with saltwater crocodiles and Cuban crocodiles. It's not like an alligator where they'll kind of wind up. They're so explosive.
Crunch.
So there's the bones. You know, there's so many nutrients in the bones themselves. So that's why it's so important for this. I mean, if you think about it, guys, store-bought chicken is only bone, skin, and I guess muscle tissue. Whereas in a whole prey, you get all the organs that go along with it.
And he's done. So much quicker than the big salty.
Yeah. Now again, this is just a light feeding today. I gotta be going to the Bahamas later today. So we're just running around feeding the big crocs right now. And then I'll be back and we will feed the rest of the group. But I guess I spoil the big guys sometimes just because I love being able to interact with them so much more with the big guys. Little guys are so much faster, and a lot of times they're in tubs too. So the big guys are just so much fun to work with. So hopefully Chubs will come out as well. Come on, bub. Hey, come on, boy. Come on, bub. Hey. Oh,
I split.
All right, guys, so we're gonna feed Chubs, but we just heard the big salty start splitting, so we're gonna go over there and check out and see what he's doing.
All right, guys, so we'll let him continue splitting his rabbit because apparently it's never small enough. So he just keeps splitting it. So we'll let him do his thing. Oh, he's going again. Oh, maybe he's swallowing it. And nope. Still too big. So as you can see, one of the splits, he launched some of the organs here. Dude, you need these. These are vital. Good nutrients. But we'll let him do his thing. It's just so good enrichment to do exactly what he does in the wild. And that's exactly what they do with the giant boar they grab or kangaroo or whatnot. Obviously, they're way too big to eat whole, so they have to split it up that way in the wild. Now, you can see even the female is back up. So she obviously got her third and last rat we gave to her. So let's go back to Chubs and feed him his rabbit. Poor guy has been waiting. Now we called him and now he's been waiting for 10 minutes just to make sure we got footage of the big salty splitting it, but he'll still get his food, don't worry. All right, guys, so lastly, let's bring Chubs up and give him his rabbit. Come on, buddy. Hopefully he's not too lazy today like he always is. Again, with this heat that's we've been having lately, hopefully he's more keen on coming out. Come on, bud. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on, you big piece of laziness. Hey. Chubs, come on. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Here he comes.
Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. I'm going in.
Oh.
Really? Now you're gonna come up? Oh, that's Chubs for you. Come on, bud. The problem is he's probably gonna block the gate for me. Oh. Wait 1 second. Come on, hey. Come on, bud. Come on.
And now you're giving him exercise right now too.
Yes, again, this is really good enrichment just to stimulate them because otherwise, crocodilians are pretty lazy animals. So it's just good enrichment to keep them moving around. Come on. Come on, bud.
He's like, don't touch me with it.
Come on. Where's your good eye? This eye? Yeah. Come on. Come on. Really? You're just gonna back up? Come on. Do a donut. Come on. Do a donut. There it is. We get a full donut? Yeah. All right, buddy. Now stand up for me. Come on. Yeah, this way. This way, bud. This way. Come on. Kind of just feed it right into him. Don't do that, please. Don't ever do that. But he is such a good boy. Ah, love that guy.
All right, guys, so the big crocs are, I wouldn't say they're super full, but they've got a few snacks today.
Exactly. That'll hold them over for a couple days.
Yeah, so we're not gonna be doing a video on Friday, just so you guys know, because we're doing the live stream Saturday at 3 p.m. That's March 7th, I believe. So that way you guys can come on there, stream with us, ask us any questions you may have about crocodiles, snakes. We'll have the baby Cubans on there, so you get to meet little Hades. But besides that, I think we're pretty good for today's feeding.
Better get moving. Got a flight to catch.
Well, if you liked today's video, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.